wasting time. Oh, we are recording. I think you heard the wasting time bit. Alright, so just so you know, that's not because I'm doing the stream. Sorry, this recording, not stream. Did I? Okay, no, I'm still on the call. What's it called? I'm saying that because I was just sitting there, like, singing and listening to songs for like 20 minutes, and I need to get this going because I want to upload it by tonight. So, we're gonna hop right into this. Just like the last couple times, I'm going to have to, what's it called? I'm gonna keep checking Streamlabs every couple minutes, just so that way I know that it's still recording fine. If it's not, then oh boy, I'm gonna be mad because I don't really feel like having to put this off any longer. I've been trying to do this for the past couple of days. Yesterday I didn't, but that was because I was trying to figure out why my PC wasn't appreciating me. What's it called? Yeah, like, what's it called? So yesterday I tried to figure out what the problem was, because the day before it kept telling me, oh, your drivers aren't up to date. I'm like, cool, let me, I'll go to the website and I'll update my drivers, and it's like, oh, your drivers are, the newest ones we got, it should be running fine. And, I was just at a toss-up, so I am here now. We're gonna try to finish it today, only because I'm kind of bored of having to continuously put this off. Yeah, so if you're seeing this, this should be the finale. It's probably gonna be a longer one, so get cozy, and enjoy. Oh, I didn't do it yet. I want to go full Natsuki, okay, because last time, we decided to, and okay, so basically during the stream, when I was streaming it, we went for Yuri at school, and then Natsuki for the, no, we went Natsuki for the school, and then we went kind of both of them, really. There wasn't really any specific one we went with. So we're gonna go full Natsuki since we already seen all of Yuri's stuff, and I kind of want to see, like, what changes with the Natsuki one, because we've already done the Yuri at home after all of this, like, happened. So in the last one we left off where I think, yeah, no, that was the last one. Sayori died, and by the way, I got that video age restricted. I didn't think that was gonna be an issue. So this one's probably also gonna be age restricted, so I'm just gonna do it myself so I don't get in trouble. Because I'm pretty sure we still see something happen. I don't know, we're gonna have to test it out. The only reason I didn't know was, what's it called? Basically what ended up happening was, there was a very clear scene where you see Sayori hanging, and, I didn't know, like, okay, I'm not saying, like, in my defense, like, I mean, should've probably, I put it, like, not for kids, I would assume that means 18 and up, but, I digress. Basically, it was, you see her hanging, and I got age restricted for suicide, and all of that sort of happened. They were kind of nice about their, like, this first offense, not really a big issue since you kind of restricted it somewhat. So this one's probably gonna have to be age restricted. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so let's go full Natsuki. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. There's not really much content here. I'm gonna move the mouse. If I had a quieter mouse, this would be a lot easier of a thing to do, because I could just sit back and you know, click everything the whole time instead of, because I have to lean forward to hit enter on my keyboard, because it's a lot more quiet than having to click my mouse every friggin' 5 seconds. Oh! You know, funnily enough, last time when I tried to, okay, so all 3 times I've tried to record this final, or finale, that didn't happen, because I did, screw it, we'll see who we end up with, and then I just spam clicked. That time I want to take it slow, because it seems like when I spam click, it has a big problem with the recording software. Okay, we're just gonna pull the list up, but it seems like we're taking at a reasonable pace, so we should be fine. Sorry, my voice is gonna be a little bit more, raspy. That's because I'm, like, really tired. Hi again, Mr. Crimson. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Mr. Crimson. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Mr. Crimson. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. This is gonna be a rough stream, isn't it? I want to keep it as short as possible. I'm gonna try going a little bit quicker than this pace. Only because it's like, I would like to get it uploaded tonight as well. And part of that is what I just did, scooting my chair forward. So that way, I can friggin' not have to sit so fucking far back. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have some interest in picking up a book to read? Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. But no, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to be a part of the club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Are you sure? I felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it'll keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is this girl accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica? She never... I wish she'd talk more like this. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Well, my thing is, it's like, you know where she stands. I mean, friggin', she wouldn't have a manga collection in the club room if she didn't frickin' like manga. Like, what is this now thought process here? How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curiously, I pull it off the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably one of the worst irritating sights in the world. By the way, guys, like I said, I'm gonna kind of speed through it. There's not gonna be as much, like, my commentary. I'm just gonna get through it because I'd like to finish this one. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Are Fae Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. You're just gonna judge? You can go do it through the glass on that door. She points at the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Didn't even say anything. It was the tone in your voice. I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Crimson. Consider this a lesson straight. Don't judge a... In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Start at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me. Sorry, I just got a response to something. Is she doing anything right now? Sorry, I'm a little bit of a mix-up right now. I'm probably not gonna want to respond right now, just considering what I'm finishing up here. Sorry, I need to look up. Gosh, I have long nails right now, and yeah, sorry, I have long nails right now, and it's really difficult to do some things. Alright, I need to check this real quick. I'm sorry, guys, I know. Oh, wait. There we go, pull this up. Okay, we're not bad. Alright. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Cheers wouldn't work. Can't read at the same time like that. Oh, why's that? I guess it would be easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry? Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. Wow. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Oh, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes? Not really. Or, not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Oh my gosh. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. Say so. Guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Do you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry? If I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, huh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm also already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I can't feel like I can even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. It's not... Okay, I'm sorry. Like I said in the stream that I did, this isn't, abuse isn't a funny thing. It's just when someone says it like that, beat the shit out of me. Sometimes it can be purely terrifying, and yeah, that's not a good thing, but I come from a family where it's when you say you're gonna beat the shit out of someone, it's kind of funny, because it's oof, I don't know. It's obviously not a good thing, but gratifying to me. It's something, and obviously, because I'm pretty sure she does get abused at home, so in this scenario, it's not funny, but first glance before we know that she gets abused at home, it's a little bit, I don't know. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Well, fuck you too then, huh? Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Just silence. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Natsuki suddenly collapses straight into me. Hey. Wait, we could probably read this. Oh, I feel okay. If anyone wants to, you can decipher this for me. I would appreciate that. Because you can get the shape. That looks kind of like a Y, maybe an O and a U. This one's probably gonna be like almost impossible. You'd have to use like a think of all your 5-letter words. This looks like an I apostrophe, maybe like a E or something. I don't know. If anyone wants to decipher that for me, thank you. Oh, and this too, if you would like. I'd appreciate that. I'll keep it on screen for a couple seconds. Oh geez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give me... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her fat mouth. Don't worry, Mr. Crimson. She's fine. Just happens every now and then. I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? At least we don't have as much dialogue we have to get through, though. Sorry, I told Natsuki I would share my poem with I'm excited for a poem yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Oh, well, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this, then I could have been doing... I wrote this when I could have been doing other things, woman. Ooh! Oh, what is going on? Here, pause in my mic. Gonna take a quick break. Sorry guys, what's it called? I got a call from some buddies. I needed to get that looked at. Besides, that was a good little break. You know, stretch your legs. We're gonna be in for a good ride. Alright. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ooh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well this is not great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Irk? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ooh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you, you don't have to go announcing it to the whole world like you're self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I'd say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must have really hate me or something. Can't figure out if this is a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. But only 'cause Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets leap. Horses race. Owls seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles fly. People can try. But that's about it. Pretty good. I mean, not terrible. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about it is simple writing is that But the other nice thing about it is simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Look at that adorable little friggin' cheeky just wait. It's such a small, like a faint, like existence of a smile, but it's still there. I don't know, it's just kind of... It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki's feeling proud and I won't take that away. Sorry, I'm trying to rush this a little bit. Keep this going. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. That's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts in the words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I don't remember their voices at all. It's been a second, okay guys, so just bear with me. Couldn't help to notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really got anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to get back. Her voice was like the easiest one to do and now I can't remember it. Right. It's just that their very specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, then they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are just so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased, huh? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please, do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in and of itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of hair illuminate beneath amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of present but living in past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Is there more? I feel like I'm missing stuff. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. What took you a long time to read? Well, I just don't really read script very often. I think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. I also liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write you longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you in a ghost, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Mr. Crimson. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. Nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy you think yet. Just remember that it won't be too long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright.
Hi, Mr. Crimson. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, have you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
You bet it, crazy psycho bitch. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'd be much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm looking at something real quick.
Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, sorry. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Mr. Crimson. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, Mr. Crimson.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. He's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. If you're interested with Natsuki, then I'll always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at surroundings, but burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrolling playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. Air I breathe dissipates before it reaches lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. He's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that.
I need to check something. Alright, sorry, I wanted to look something up real quick.
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly.
What was this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to his desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. It was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. Mr. Crimson did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something truly inspiring. I might not do a finale today. Only because I have a couple things I still need to do tonight, and I do not feel like having to, like, go through and do this entire thing and then go work on all those, because I still need to work out. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of studying, and then I also need to do something for my art class. So yeah, I'm not gonna end it right this second, but I'm gonna end it in like probably by the end of this in game day. So particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Mr. Crimson liked my poem. Oh, and Mr. Crimson liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... Ooh? You're just... Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Mr. Crimson appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. I was full of myself. I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Well, you know what? I was the one whose kahunas magically grew a size bigger as soon as Mr. Crimson started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Sorry, it's hard to do two voices at once. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Oh, edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Think you can counterbalance your own toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Oh boy. Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with you? Wait. I know this isn't a funny moment, these insults are kinda actually, like, personally mean, but it is so funny to hear you say, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Mr. Crimson hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Mr. Crimson, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I get dragged in this way? It's not even about writing. I've read most of that. I'm not a slow reader, it's just I friggin' didn't read like one of those. Who do I say? Natsuki, I guess? Oh yeah, I forgot. It doesn't matter if I read that or... Oh boy.
Oh, hi there. You got anything to say? Okay, so we did have to click again. 1 minute. I'm gonna. Okay.
Um, hey, Mr. Crimson, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. And suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Mary's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I just I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Mr. Crimson, and it would be embarrassing with you listening. Guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate your understanding. I'm sorry, I was listening to myself talk. I had like my, what's it called? I heard my recording for a second. It was like, thank you for understanding. And it just cuts out. Alright, we're gonna keep going with Natsuki. But, what's it called? Probably gonna end it after we write the poem unless something interesting happens, so... Okay, we're gonna save it there. I know I said it was gonna be the finale, guys, but I got a couple things I still gotta do today. That should be about it. Gosh darn it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to close that out, but we'll just open this. Alright, so that is gonna be about it for today. Okay, we didn't hit anything too crazy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you coming and visiting. I have to age restrict this. I'll just make sure it's not for kids. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Later.